Alright, so boys, we're back here again. It seems every time I come here, it's for my exhaust. So obviously the last video was a year review of my AMAX lowering springs. So obviously this is my car, if you don't know. It's lowered on 40mm lowering springs. This video is for the Hornet exhaust, which is actually quite a controversial mod, believe it or not. I just want to address a couple of things. One, the wind noise may be bad because it's not the best day, so we'll see how it goes. But two, I saw some people saying about how, like, for the AMAX springs, for example, like the quality is not good, the car drives like rubbish. And for the Hornet exhaust, a lot of people say like the drone's bad, it's too loud, this and that. I'm not being funny, lads. If you're modifying your old Clio that's at least 15 years old, I think most people in the group they claim to have paid under like 500 quid for their car. I think the last thing you should be worrying about is how it performs, or like fuel consumption, or like drone or stuff like that. It's not a luxury car, and I don't know why people keep on comparing, like, oh, the springs aren't very good, oh, it doesn't handle great. You're driving a 1.2 Clio, maybe even a 1.6. It's as I said, it's 15 years old. It's like £1,000 tops, and you're worried about how it handles and the drone and stuff. Me personally, if all that affected me, I would get another car. Obviously, that's coming. I think if that really does affect you, you're in the wrong car. Go and buy like a new Corsa or a new Fiesta. They're a bit more luxury, but no, I don't see how you can moan at such a cheap car with cheap mods. Right aside, let's get on with the exhaust. I'll put a card up in the top corner. I feel like it's that corner. I'm not going to show you any sound clips in this. You can go and watch that video. I've done like many videos just on the sound, so go and watch that. But my car is a 1.2, which is weird because it sounds like really deep. Like some 1.2s are raspy or like high pitch. This is very deep. I do think the Clios do sound good. So I've had it for a year. Obviously the Hornet Backbox, it's just the Backbox section. So you cut it off from where it goes over the axle. I've done a video on it, obviously. You cut it off, then you just clamp on the new one. Fairly straightforward and value for money. I got it on eBay, but it wasn't used. It was just where they were selling it. I think I want to say £70, but I can't remember. But one thing I've always said about the exhaust, it does turn heads, and it's like people do think something cool's coming, and then obviously this comes around the corner. But it's the fact that they're turning around. I think that's quite cool. You get people going like rev it, all that kind of stuff. Which again, for a Clio, you must be doing something right. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but it's very like deep. It's like a grumble. I don't know any other cars that sound that good. And then if we turn it off, again, I don't know if the camera picks it up, but like it just kind of all goes silent, like, because you get used to the noise when it's on, then you turn it off, it's like I must sound like an idiot if you don't know what I'm talking about. But no, people have compared the Hornet exhaust to things like the Sportex exhaust. I think that's the main competitor. There are some other ones. As far as I'm aware, the main competitor is the Sportex, which is a bit quieter apparently, but it's more expensive. I just think, obviously, if the noise really does affect you, A, you're in the wrong car, but B, maybe go for the Sportex, but I think it's like double the price. And is it worth it? Like, mine's a 1.2, it's got no tune, nothing, and it pops like going through gears. It pops when I come off the accelerator, which for a for any car is quite cool, let alone a 1.2 Clio. It's probably not good for the engine, but it does it. Would I recommend the exhaust to anyone? 100%. If you haven't already, go and watch the video. I don't know if it's still up there. I've never done them tags before, but the sound is insane. It honestly, I've never, like, people have always complimented how this car sounds, because it's like, it doesn't sound like any other like cars in its class. So the Corsa, Fiesta, they just don't sound as good as the Clio. And obviously in the last video, as I said, it's personal preference when it comes to looks and sounds, but I do think with the 40mm springs and the exhaust, as well as all the other mods, I do think I've got a really nice car, if I say so myself. But I get a lot of comments and messages asking me about my exhaust. I just thought I'd make a video on it because it's one thing I recommend it, but I've had it for a year now. I've done motorway driving, I've been to the beach. I will say the argument for the drone is true. It can drive you around the bend, and I am looking at a new car to to have on the side, just as like a sensible car, one that I don't get in and like it drives me mental, and it's kind of like a blender. I don't have to like turn heads, which I know is like, it sounds cocky and it's a first world problem, but there are times you just want to drive and like not have everyone look at you, if that makes sense. But no, it's definitely worth it. For me personally, it didn't really affect insurance, which was good. The springs did more. So from that point of view, if you're young, it's a positive. I just think overall, when you put everything together with the attention you get, good or bad, the sound, like the looks, like just everything, and also it makes the back of the car look better. If you know me, you know I don't like the back of Clios. I just think the exhaust just makes it look that bit cooler. I think if you just put everything together, I think it's definitely worth it. And if anyone says, oh, the Hornet has too much drone, this and that, you're in a Clio. Do you know what I mean? It's never going to be silent. Even with the standard exhaust, there's like road noise. Like, just get over it. Hopefully you have enjoyed. I don't know if this was worth a video, but I just thought I'll give my impression. As I said, I get a lot of comments and questions. Like and subscribe. Comment any suggestions or improvements. Hopefully I'll see you in another one. Cheers.